Good morning, everybody. It's me, Adam Set. Wait, what? What was that? Was that a no clip into the back rooms? No, 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 no. Oh, that's wonderful. The back rooms have slowly seeped into Storage Coliseum. Great. I love it. It's not like I have a bunch of things to do today. Red, a good friend, old buddy, please. Look, I have a favor, a job. Can you please clean all of this up? It's not your fault or anything, but look, I'm just too busy today. So get chopping, buddy. It's not gonna clean itself. In the last episode, we went down to the deep dark alone and came out of the deep dark. Well, we came out of the deep dark not alone. We have a brand new friend in the world. This is pretty cool. However, what is not pretty cool is we have no view of the friend at all. If I told you I had a friend living inside of that castle, you'd be like, yeah, okay, sure. Whatever, Wattles. Aside from a simple just trust me, bro, and a little bit of hope that you will actually trust me, there's no proof that anything's in that castle at all. Now, that's not good. Warden Observatory. Warden Observatory, today's project that gets us there. Now, for today's build, we're gonna need some blocks. I'm thinking we need to make this... Wait, what's that? Oh, you don't want the observatory. Wait, what's that? Cancel today's episode. For today's build, we're gonna need blocks. I want to make it match the other build, but at the same time, it's its own true thing. So we use some different blocks too. We'll use dark oak and probably stone. I think stone will look pretty good. We'll get a little bit of cobblestone as well. We're gonna build this up on the snowy mountain. It's too cold for the moss. I'm so sorry. The king has awoken. Watch this right here. That will not believe what I'm about to do. This move right here, it will shock everybody. This is a certifiably professional moment. Haters will not believe this life hack. Leather boots, come with me, good friend. We're gonna need you. Red, another job for you. The puddle boots, watch them. The bodegas, they were very expensive. Don't let them go anywhere. Bloody good. Let's crack on with the build. Powder Snow, you don't scare me anymore. You're weak and powerless. You don't scare me at all. With a simple life hack, we will never be stopped by Powder Snow again in our entire life. Hey, darkness, listen, friend. Listen, calm down. We're good friends. You don't need to worry about me, okay? It's nothing. No, stop yelling. Stop it. Stop it. Why is my friend like this? Why? Why are you so moody always? Come on, stop it. You live here. It's a nice house. Alright, well, I think we're gonna need to give the warden a little bit of time to just, like, calm down a little bit. So, let's talk about the build. Warden Observatory. At the end of the last episode, we climbed up on top of these trees, and I realized that this is, like, a really, really good viewing angle. However, these trees, I feel like they add to the base a lot. Like, the greenery, it's really nice on the mountain. What I think I want to do is try and fill this space right here. Hopefully, it's not too close to the warden, and it's constantly getting mad at me. That would be awkward. I think what I want to do is fill that space over there, and then basically in this goat tunnel right here, take the tunnel, make it a little bit longer this way, and then build the staircase. I'm thinking if we take the tunnel this way, like a little bit, not too far, and then we can just staircase up to the surface, we should open up. Yes. Open up on the surface right here, staircase, pathway right in this area over to the build, and then warden, that's all the explanation. So I guess we just have to go for it. I think it'll calm down eventually, right? Like, It'll just chill out and forget about me, I think. Alright, so for today's build, I know that I want to set this build like back a little bit, and I want this build to be a circle too. It's gonna be observatory. It's gonna be really, really cool. I don't know though how far forward I should actually put this thing. I feel like we should definitely go a little bit further, right? Or you know what? Here's what I do. I have a solid backing spot right here. This will be the back of the build. Then the front of the build ends up wherever the front of the build is. And then what I do is I build like some kind of cool, like balcony or something, so we can walk off of the build and check out the warden. Yes. That's the answer. That's perfect. Snow layer, go away. I don't want you. Snow block, come with me, good friend. Yeah, that'll do. That'll be perfect, I think. Then we link the path up to this side of the build. This is where the doorway is, so I'll build like some kind of thing right there. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be perfect. And look at this. We can already see the warden right here. Maybe we could just stop the build at this point. It looks kind of, it looks bad. It looks pretty bad. So in the sheer chaos of last episode, I kind of forgot something big, and I'm sorry about that. The meme of the day. It's perfection. I was so close to putting Burb inside of that temple as well. Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, putting Burb inside of the temple right now could solve all of our problems, actually. Maybe next episode. Okay, so the shape of the build. It's a circle for sure. It would be really, really cool if this build were to reach over close enough to the warden's house to get like darkness every once in a while, but unfortunately, I don't think that's the thing. Maybe there's some kind of way I can incorporate it into the build, but it's not working right now. Now, the build. I started with stone. It's wrong. And the nighttime, the moon, it rises beautifully. I love the moon. It controls everything, but I need to sleep. I don't want to see it. Listen, old friend, old buddy, you kind of stole my bed, and that's real awkward, buddy. Listen, I'm just gonna run through here real quick. Don't worry about any noise that I may be making. That's my bed anyways, and we're out. We're out. We're out. You go ahead and stay angry up in that tower alone. Think about your actions. Yeah, it's pretty lonely life up there. Maybe you should just be more friendly, you know? Bloody good, outsmarted the warden again, and now even better, we have a bed for future instances. So anyways, like I was trying to say, before working on the observatory today, I did a little bit of research, like I like to do with all of my other builds. As you know, before I built that ship, I went to Ibiza to study shipbuilding. Before I built this dinosaur skull, I went to Dinosaur Skull to study dinosaur skulls. Before I built the Warden Observatory, I went to Oslo to study observatories. I figured it out. Every observatory starts in a consistent and same way. We start with stone bricks at the bottom. The stone bricks are gonna give us a solid base, so you know we don't like sink into the snow or anything like that. You know, solid base. Then after that, some would say the party truly begins. It's stonecutter time. Okay, so far so good. It's kind of cool. What I want to do is incorporate some windows on this build. I think windows would be pretty cool. I want these windows to be on this corner spot, so we're gonna need to do something a little bit different. What I'm thinking here is we start by going up a little bit with some like temporary blocks, and we do upside down staircase right over here, and then on the other side, same thing, upside down staircase. What I think I'm gonna do today is go for perfect symmetry, so that means do the same window on every corner, you know, like every corner of the circle. Yes, that's possible. Oh yeah, and sorry, like really sorry. Big apologies for the ominous warden heartbeat booming throughout the duration of today's episode. But at the same time, I'm actually not sorry at all. You know what? If you were complaining about those booms, come on, think about the warden. These are anxious booms. The warden is completely blind and is hearing sounds nearby that it doesn't recognize. The thing is anxious. If you're judging or angry about the warden making those noises today, well, listen, buddy. Listen, buddy, you're not nice. So, anyways, we end up with windows on every single corner that are, like, disconnected. Right now, it doesn't look like much of a window. But watch this. What I'm gonna do is take spruce planks and turn the spruce planks into trapdoors. And then these trapdoors, are going to completely revolutionize the build, I think. So we put the trapdoors in there, we go ahead and open the trapdoors, and boom. All of a sudden, a solid window, no mistaking at all. I think I'd do that on every side. It's gonna be expensive, a lot of trapdoors, but yeah, I think that'll look pretty cool. In the corners next to these windows, I'm thinking even more stone, but then also every once in a while, a little bit of cobblestone as well, which means some of these window arches to make the build look really, really good, you know, needs to convert over into cobblestone as well. Then what I'm going to do is go ahead and do like another band of blocks up on top of this thing. Stone cobblestone combination, make it old, but make it new at the same time. The trapdoors, the trapdoors are going to look so good. Now these walls, these are going to be a little bit different. They're flat walls. I can't decide if I put a window or what. I know for sure though that side has a doorway over to some kind of big grand balcony on the front of the build. I'm also thinking this side is going to have a doorway coming over from like the path that we put in over there. I'm just going to go ahead and fill the wall in for now, but I don't know if we're going to actually like keep it filled in. I might actually pull it out and put like a window or something. A window would definitely be cool on this wall. Otherwise it's going to be really plain, really flat, and pretty boring. Aside from flat, plain, and boring, how are we looking so far? The combination? In the snow, I think the combination looks good. I think that's gonna look really cool. Maybe we could make it like look a little bit more interesting by popping these out on the outside. But yeah, I think that's a pretty solid start. Let's go ahead and get that in. So far, the build is definitely shaping up, but I think we're going to need a little bit more on the outside. It's looking really, really flat. So up on the top of the build, before we do the roof, what I think I want to do is try and pop a section out. We'll basically take dark oak wood and run it all the way around the top of the observatory. Then maybe we put like some slabs on top. Doing something like that up top is definitely going to help the flatness of the build, but I think we could still do more. So to do more, I'd like to add some kind of support to the side of the build. Maybe we could do like dark oak and deep slate, and then maybe a little bit of wood tone on the bottom. It's very gray so far. Maybe something like that, like going up, like an extra support. We use the staircase and the trapdoors right there, so nothing's gonna really connect to the wall. Not that even connecting to the wall is a problem. It does kind of look nice. I don't know. I feel like that, like, it makes it look like it's holding that top part up, right? Structurally speaking, chef's kiss, it's perfect. I think we're gonna go ahead and go with it. Then we'll make an arch in the middle. One of my favorite small build tricks in the game is that fence gate trick right there, where we do the fence gate, then it goes up in the middle, and then the other fence gate because it connects to the wall. You know, small arch right there with the detail in between. Oh man, it is perfect. Let's go with it. We'll do that on every side, and then on the corners, pretty much the same thing, kind of. So we do that all the way around the build on every single side. That'll look pretty cool. And then on the very corners, like the actual real corner this time of the circle, this is what we do. We do basically the same thing, but connected up top with a couple more fence gates. That'll look pretty cool. And then maybe a couple fences right there. And then boom, all of a sudden, do that all the way around the build. We end up with this really cool looking thing right here. This is good. This is so much better. Now, up on the top of the build, I still need to finish that ring around the top. And then I was thinking maybe like, even like fences up top too. Fences are so interesting looking, especially from a distance. Trying to keep the distance in mind today because from like all over the base, like down there on the ground, over there on the ground, like anywhere on the ground, we're gonna see this build and I want it to look good. So I'm gonna come back in and do this whole ring around the top, maybe slabs on top of that, and then the top. So I was thinking deep slate up until like 2 seconds ago. I was thinking a deep slate dome on the top with some kind of telescope coming out of it. But now that I think about it, with how dark the side of the build is already, right, with all of that stuff, this is gonna literally look like Evil Temple 2.0. And listen, Evil Temple, I love it. I think it's really cool and it's great, but I don't need anything to steal its shine. I don't need a second evil build up on top of this mountain, like right next to it. And then it's just like the whole evil zone. No, that's wrong. So, it's back to the planning boards. You know what? I've got it. Hopefully, as long as I have enough blocks, which I'm pretty sure I do, I think I've got it. Calcite. Yes, I have so much calcite. We could easily do this. Calcite on the ceiling of the build, the entire dome built out of this stuff. Oh, that won't look evil. That's not gonna look evil at all. And so far from the ground, what do we have? Oh boy, we have that right there. That's big. That's looking big. That's awesome. So with the calcite plans in mind and a couple extra details that I wanted to throw up on the top of the build, it was time to climb back up to the top of the mountain and get building for me. You know how we are around here. Me, you, we're both professional dome builders at this point. Putting a dome up on top of this build, easiest thing ever. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. What are you bad at, buddy? Not me, right? No, it can't be. Well, it just boomed something. I missed it. Oh no, it just did it again. Okay, well, it's booming, not me, so guess it doesn't matter. Couple more blocks up here on the top of the dome. On the side of the dome, just a few more trapdoors. And some fences too, definitely the fences. They're gonna add a lot of detail from far away. And there we go, after not too long. I mean, it's a dome. I would say this isn't too bad. Now the telescope. Oh, the telescope. Oh, the telescope. The telescope. I'm not delaying, what are you talking about? So look, I've got this idea. For the floor of this thing, I was thinking oak wood. Maybe like an oak wood combination, stripped oak wood, stuff like that. That could look pretty cool. Also, for the front balcony, I was definitely thinking oak wood as well. Oak wood is going to really brighten this build up, and I think it's going to look nice. Now, this front balcony, we want it to be at least a little bit sizable. So that's 3, this is 4, maybe that's 5 right there. I feel like 5 could be pretty good. Then on the front of the balcony, I want to, of course, have like a railing so we don't fall off of the thing. And then instead of doing posts going straight down from right here all the way down to the ground, I think that would look bad. Well, look, here's the alternative plan. What we do instead of doing that is we have the post go down a little bit, then we wrap the post underneath the balcony and cut the post straight back into the wall. Now over here on the wall, I'm gonna need to do something. Is that thing just gonna be more snow, or is it gonna be like stone as well? That's a good question. That's a really good question. I kind of didn't know how to terraform that mountain, and I still definitely don't know how to terraform this one. I mean, I have the extra stone. I think I could maybe do like, maybe a combination? Like a little bit of stone, a little bit of snow here and there, have the stone peeking through. I think that might look nice. I might do it. But once I do figure it out, this thing goes straight back into the wall, and then somewhere in here we cut down off of this thing to add a little bit more like actual support. So maybe it goes down and then it goes down a little bit more and just straight down into the ground. Maybe we do like a step down, something like that, you know? I don't know. I think something like that could look pretty cool. So that's a good plan, and I feel like that all like makes a lot of really good sense. We'll probably do this wrapping around. Maybe I do like trap doors right there so you could look down. Ooh, it's so scary. And then we wrap it around the front of the build like a little bit. It doesn't need to go the entire way around the build, but like maybe just like there, and like over here, and then I ended somewhere over on the inside of the build, the ceiling. Oh, I have such a cool idea for the ceiling. I can't spoil it. I can't tell you quite yet. And actually, maybe on the inside, like inside, maybe I do like a different floor. Maybe not planks. Maybe planks aren't the vibe. Planks or not, I'm gonna need more oak wood, which means I need to farm trees, which means I should probably set up maybe like a better spot, like at least in the middle, and farm them. Maybe they'll get big. Ah, yeah, look at that. Exactly. That's exactly it. The first tree I grow right in the middle, and it's gigantic, going right through the top of the observatory. Yeah, it's no coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. It's no coincidence at all. This is the plan the whole time. Oh, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. It's gonna be cool. Couple fences off the front of the thing, trap doors in the ground. There I go for sure. Down underneath those logs that we just talked about. That's gonna look great. Terraform the hill. Kind of just take a guess here and wing it a little bit. Play some blocks. See how it looks. Take some blocks out. The path over here, oh, that's pretty simple. So I've already dug out a bunch of the snow blocks so I could repurpose them over there. So that's pretty good. We'll run the path right through there. And then the staircase right here, oh, even more simple. I mean, we already have a hallway set up right here. All I need to do is clear the space out a little bit, make it match this aesthetic. So you never know that it was added in. What are you talking about? Delaying? No. I'm not delaying. I'm simply worrying about the essential parts of this project that need to get done alongside this project. I'm not delaying. I'm not worried to build the telescope at all. Nope, not delaying, just building. Conveniently enough, this thing is really close to the surface already, so we don't have to worry about like a tunnel or anything. I'll go ahead and try and like terraform it and make it look good, like blend it in, so it looks natural, you know, part of the mountain. And actually, you know, why not have a couple of like solid snow blocks on the path right there? That kind of looks cool. The path itself up top, oh man, that's even more straightforward. This is so simple. All I need to do is set up some kind of simple fence line running along the side of the cliff right here. Maybe every once in a while we do some like cool fence things like that. Definitely lanterns once in a while. Basically run this right behind the tree so it kind of blends in. Walk it right over to this spot right here. Check this out. I've already been setting up stuff over here. I think this looks pretty nice. This is the perfect way to walk into the build. That's it. Aside from maybe like a couple boulders sitting on the path up here, just in the way, like piling off of the mountain. That's it. This path is so simple. It's still not stalling because this one part of the build can totally ruin the entire build itself. It's time to go to the deep dark. You see, it's off to the deepest depths of our world today for one specific thing. Snitch block? No, stop it. We'll put you in the observatory, maybe. We need Skulk blocks. I have a really cool idea, and I'm gonna need Skulk, a lot of Skulk, and look at that. There's tons right there. Ooh, and even better, it's a dark corner that I will literally never see. I can just rip up all this Skulk. It doesn't matter at all. I love it. Oh, and diamonds. Hi, diamonds. Hi, good friend. You come with me. If there's one thing I know for sure, we definitely need to get on setting up some kind of Skulk farm in this world. I've been using so many of these blocks lately. They're so cool. Well, would you take a look at that? A buried catalyst. You're coming home with me? I'm a monster. I feel terrible. That should do. That's enough Skulk for today. Egads, it's nighttime. Whatever will I do? Floor of the building here. I think I've got it. I think I cracked the code. You see, at first, I was going to do something that probably would have been really lame compared to this one, but why settle for less when it could always be better? Ah, yes, a wonderful black and white checkered floor, and not only a black and white checkered floor, but probably the best black and white checkered floor that I've ever built. Usually I do it with concrete, and don't get me wrong, the smooth look is good, but texture is even better. This is perfect. This is definitely science vibe, or if not science vibe, like kitchen vibe, and look, I like the black and white checker. It's a classic. I think what I want to do is put a map wall on this wall right there. That'll look really cool, but the only problem, kind of needing a light strip so I can fly around the base easily to map it out before I do that, so we'll put that on the to-do list. But map inside of the observatory, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It makes sense. So when it comes to the wonderful floor of this building, here we go. That's it. It's fully in. That'll look cool. For my next trick, also known as the ceiling of this build, I have something that is really cool, but you can't see it quite yet. It's a surprise. Cabinet for science, case for studying, sofa to sit. I spent a little bit more time working on the build, adding some touches to it. You can start to see it from the outside, but check this thing out. I'm so happy with it. So iron door, gotta have this thing safe, right? You walk in and boom, up on the sky. What is that? Oh, yes, of course. It's the solar system. You can clearly see that that's the sun, and then that's Mercury, and then Venus, and then that one's the Earth, and then next to Earth is Mars, and stars and yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. It's like the solar system up there. On the floor down here, I have this whole science vibe going on. I've got a little storage cabinet over there, space for the map one day, a little couch right there. Over here, we've got a new, refreshed, revamped counter, pretty solid looking, a little bit of container action going on there, some furnaces smelting this stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then a box right here. This is an alien creature that I found on an alien planet, you know, like maybe that planet or something. Or no, correction, I think it was that planet right there. And then, of course, the starry night sky in the background. Now, out here from the balcony, look at this. The view of the base, it's miraculous. I love it. And the warden specifically, we can see this thing clear as day. Now, right now, it's kind of shy or whatever. But when it walks over there in front of the bars, it's perfect. We can see everything. Now look, listen here, I'm gonna be honest with you, completely level, and I'm gonna need you to not judge, but this whole time I've been lying. I've been stalling. I'm terrified of the telescope. In reality, I'm afraid, like so afraid. I don't know if I know how to build a telescope. We got this much of the build done. The interior, well, I'm really happy with it. I love how it turned out. One of the coziest interiors I think I've done in this whole world, but the top of this thing, oh boy. So the top of this thing, I know for certain, 100% fact that we need a telescope popping off of the build, and the telescope should be in the front. So of course, you know, we can see this thing because it's gonna look great. I won't mess it up. I know for sure that we build the telescope up and have it pop off of the build with wood. Hopefully we can keep this wood. And then I know for also sure a little build trick that I'd like to pull out. This build trick is going to involve Skulk. I think that's going to look really nice. I think we'll need 9. Gonna try and make this telescope 3x3, and then we're also going to need tinted glass. So again, 9 of this stuff. Okay, so right off the bat, I think this is where I want to actually put the telescope. I don't want it to be too tall and weird looking. So we'll go ahead and pull some of this stuff out. Now, on this telescope somehow, what I think I want to do, and this is the part that I don't exactly know how to pull off, but I think what I want to do is Skulk. We start with the Skulk base right there because, of course, that looks like, you know, like the sky. Like it's looking far up into the sky. Then we do tinted glass, and tinted glass is going to cut out all of the light, which I think, oh, yes, exactly. It's going to create a dark shadow in the middle, which is going to make this thing look even deeper. It's a little visual trick. Then to cap this all off, frame it in, I think what I want to do is warped wood. Warped wood is so cool looking. It'll match the Skulk stuff on the inside, and did I say it's so cool looking? We don't build with this stuff enough. Seriously, it's so great. So I think I want to make a frame like that, and this is going to make it like kind of round looking, even though it's another visual trick. Spoiler alert, believe it or not, this is actually just a square. It's just a big old square, I'm tricking you. And then the telescope. So, I would love to, and I sincerely would really genuinely love to try and make this a circle, but instead of a circle, I think I would go for some kind of weird retro thing. I think trying to turn the square into a circle is going to make this, well, if I'm being quite honest, I think trying to turn that shape into a circle is going to make it massive and massively horrendous. I need 2 more warp trap doors. We should definitely build the nether wood farm inside of the nether soon too. And the warden, the chest that pulses, is very angry, and look at, I can observe the warden simply from this build right here. Well, that doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound good or fun at all. Glad I'm not involved in that. Okay, so thinking about this thing, like realistically, I think what we want to do is maybe something like that, have it curve out, that could look kind of cool. Keep that stuff going straight back in. On the side, because I've completely given up on trying to make this a circle, I'm going to do these fins cutting straight back. It's like the head of the axolotl, but different. Figure one side out, hopefully it looks good, and then all I need to do is copy it on the other side. On the top, I think it might be cool to like curve it up and make a sharp piece going into the sky. Okay, so at this point, I would love to be able to say so far so good, but still, I have no clue. I think we need to connect the telescope to the back of the build before it gets too big, which means secret room inside of here, forever. Shh, you never knew. Lower part of the telescope where it connects to the build is really flat. We need to fix that, so maybe a couple trapdoors. Definitely gonna have to wax all these staircases and stuff afterwards. Maybe we curve up on the back part like that. That's the end of that piece. Hopefully that's okay looking. Not too confident. Maybe this goes back a little bit more and a couple more blocks, and then it's staircase time. Maybe it's staircase time right there. Couple more pieces up on top of this thing like that. That's a weird shape for sure. That makes it different. Is this good? I guess there's only one way to find out, and I think that way to find out is going to be that tower right over there. Or over there, too. Warden Telescope Observatory, please work. Please work. Look, I have no other designs. What do we think from over here? Okay. That's an okay side profile. I mean, it looks like it's kind of curving up into the sky. Yeah, okay. Not too bad. But the real important part is gonna be down here. Like, how does it look from the ground? If it's not good, give me a break, okay? Angles are tricky to work with in Minecraft. It's kind of at an angle, though, right there. That's okay. It's not bad. Passable so far. When I just, like, don't zoom out, though, and look at it, like in the sky, as part of the skyline, I think it makes sense. It looks like it's, like, looking at something way over there. Oh, okay, I think we did it. Look, I'm excited. I'm excited already, and I don't even know if I fully finished the build. If it works, though, the build is completely done, 100%. If it doesn't work, it's back to the drawing board, but I think it works. I think it passes. I think that's perfect. Warden Observatory right next to the build over there. Definitely have to get back up there and wax all of that stuff. But an observatory on the top of the cliff right there. Maybe some fences down below. An observatory up on top of the cliff with a telescope that I think isn't the worst telescope that I've ever seen. Like, look, listen. It's, whoa. Feather falling. Feather falling. Puddles. I need my puddles. Oh my gosh, Yellow, you're back alive. Your favorite thing to do was use the spyglass, and look at, I've recreated that unintentionally. You're using the spyglass. It's almost like you're smiling. Yellow, I know you're somewhere up there smiling. I'm sure you love this moment right here. Just like old times. I think we pulled it off. I think I actually pulled this thing off. Puddles, come with me, leather boots. You don't compare at all. One more shot of the build, and then we're gonna call it. We'll look at it from over there, right there. Ladies, gentlemen, everybody, we've done it. The Warden Observatory, constructed inside of our world. We now officially have a point where we can go and stand and look at the Warden. And the telescope is not too bad either. Definitely gonna add a couple fences down below the board of this thing to make it look a little more detailed. Wax the copper up top. But that's it for Minecraft Survival, episode 55. So look, I've said my opinion and take like a million times at this point. I need yours. What do you think about the telescope, the observatory as a whole? Do you like it? Would you change it? Let me know down below. I would like to thank you all for watching this episode, especially if you made it to this point. You're like my best friend. If you enjoyed this one, drop a like. Patron gang, big shout out. Austin V, Andrew H, and Gabriel Y. Thank you. Until tomorrow, it's me, your boy, Wattles. Goodbye, everyone.